Okay, so we've got the Prince Philip Trophy here, and on the far side we have got Sir William Perkins School rowing in blue and yellow, and close to us is the might of Headington School, based in Oxford. And Headington School, such a dominant force in young women's rowing these days.
Yeah, the conveyor belt of talent that Ryan Domain and Chris Hermes have cultivated at Headington has just stood the test of time. A decade of dominance at the summit of schoolgirl rowing here in the UK. And this Headington crew, amongst the best that they've ever produced. They were national champions just 5 weeks ago at the Olympic Rowing Lake in Dorney. They were dominant in that day. They then won the Henley Women's Regatta 3 weeks later here on this stretch of water. And they've come here with one thing and only one thing in mind, and that's to reclaim the title that they won in 2021, the Prince Philip Challenge Trophy.
Is it a surprise to you that Sir William Perkins are in such close contact at this regatta early on, Tom?
Not particularly, and I'll tell you for why, Martin. Sir William Perkins, no doubt the underdogs coming into this race. They'll be aware of that, and I feel sure that their coach, Iona Riley and Natalie Holden, will have told them, look, stick with Headington for as long as you can. Headington are not used to being chased, are not used to having crews alongside them. They won the national schools, as I say, by clear water. So they will feel that if they can rattle them, if they can stay in touch during the opening exchanges, they might be able to do something in the middle of the course.
So Headington just moving a little bit further. Be interested to see what happens. Well, now we've got that different angle shot. Headington on the left of your picture, white blades and blue. Sir William Perkins on the right of your picture, probably just about a length behind Headington, but that is a really good, I think, performance so far, based against the might of Headington.
Yeah, hard for William Perkins, who themselves are no slouches. They have a real impressive production line in the junior community, but Headington just a class above, and you can see the way that they're rowing, the way they've been taught to move this boat. It's relaxed, it's no drama, it's no stress at either end. They're all together, they're all doing the same thing, and coxed by Sophie Wrightson, who herself was an under-19 world silver medalist at the Junior World Championships last summer. So she is probably the country's most experienced junior cox, so no one better to steer them down the Henley course.
And just how important is a cox at this stage of the race, do you think?
Well, it's critical, because if you are in that Headington crew, and I'll tell it from two sides, if you are in the Headington crew, you're going to be thinking, you can't help but think, do you know what, we're in control of this one. You need your cox to keep you focused, keep you on your game, because you never know what Sir William Perkins are planning. Whereas if you're in the Sir William Perkins crew and you've got to find a way to get back into the race, you need that cox to be your eyes, your ears and your brain. You need them to really tell you what's necessary and what's needed. But at the moment, Sophie Wrightson coming out on top in that particular battle.
So we can see Headington there just dropping the rate down. That means they're taking it easy. And down the boat, we've got Alice Stapley, Emma Annalise Miles, Amelia Pillar, Amelia Gleed, Magdalene McGuinness, Hannah Purvis, Isabel Jeans and Sophie Haseman in the stroke seat. You heard Tom already talk about Sophie Wrightson in the cox's seat. Sophie Haseman is just 16, and she rows a pair with Alice Stapley. In the bow seat, 17-year-old at GB trials, they finished 6th, and they're going to final GB assistant. You can just assessment, sorry, you can just see the back of Alice Stapley, the 17-year-old there. They really do look like they've got everything under control now, don't they, Tom?
Yeah, absolutely no drama for Headington. They wouldn't have been expecting drama on the Thursday evening. I think they know that sterner challenges and tougher tests lie ahead for them. We've got a wealth of crews from across the world here competing in the Prince Philip Challenge Trophy. Testament, I suppose, given this is the third iteration, that we're already attracting the top talent globally. But Headington will know that they just need to be professional about this, consummate, and get the job done and move on to pastures new tomorrow.
It is amazing when you look at William Perkins. We're looking at the back of the 17-year-old Jess Wilkes, who won a silver at national schools in J16, so she's got another year, I guess, to go racing at Henley. It's her first Henley. But when you see a crew like Sir William Perkins, you know, such a good programme, fronted up by Chris Boddy. We know about the coaches, Iona Riley and Natalie Holden, but how come there's such a disparity between, you know, these women, great programme, they go training camps in Banyoles and all the rest of it, and Headington that are just schoonering their way along this course?
Well, for a kick-off, this Sir William Perkins crew is their second boat at the regatta. They have a quad in the Diamond Jubilee, who are their first 4 athletes, but Headington, the hyperbole runs dry, I think.
Yeah, Headington crossed the line, very comfortable victory for them over Sir William Perkins. And Sir William Perkins, of course, delighted to have both 8 and quad in this regatta. But confirmation, Headington School beat Sir William Perkins in that heat of the Prince Philip Challenge Trophy.